Let's begin with the next topic, electric potential difference, or simply called potential difference. Before we understand with respect to electricity, let us understand what is potential difference, how do we deal with it. This is your house. On top of the house, you have a water tank. Now, if I open the tap over here, will you see water going up? Never. But if I open a tap from this point, will you see water coming down? Yes, but who pushed the water? Someone has to push the water for it to come down, no? Who is pushing the water? Gravity is doing the work. You all have studied in your lower classes potential energy due to gravity. Do you remember? So, here gravitational potential energy is given as mgh, mass into gravity is acceleration due to gravity into height. Very simple. mgh, this is the ground. What is the value of h here? 0. So what is the potential? 0. Come here. Height, let's say, is 20 meters, the height of the house. What is mgh here? mg into 20. Some number. This is 0, this is 20. Is there a difference? Is there a difference? Yes, there is a difference, which is why the water flows. So what we understand by this is, if there is a potential difference, then only it will flow. If I have one water here and I have water here and I connect a pipe here, will any water flow from this tank to this tank or this tank to this tank? No. Why? Because both of them are from the same height. See, h, same height, same potential, mgh, mgh, no difference. Having potential is no use. You have to have potential difference for something to flow. If I keep one more tank here, will water flow between these two? No, because both of them are at the same height. In order to make something flow, there has to be potential difference. Only potential? No. Potential difference has to exist for something to flow. So now we are in an electric circuit. This is a part of the electric circuit. There's a point A here and there's a point B here. I want to make a charge move from A to B. I want to take this charge and move from A to B. Okay? So the charge, it can go like this or however. I want to move it from A to B. Do I have to do some work? When water was flowing from top to bottom, who was doing the work? Gravity. You are not doing, but someone is doing the work. So here also, somebody has to do the work. So let us say I have 1 coulomb of charge. I am taking this 1 coulomb of charge and I am moving it and bringing it here. Let us say I am doing a work of 10 joules. Okay, I am doing a work of 10 joules. So I took 10 joules of energy I spent on taking this 1 coulomb charge and moving it here. I give you now 2 charges, 2 coulomb of charge. I tell you, okay, you please transfer it there. What will you do? How much energy do you need to lift it? To lift this pen, if I need 10 joules, if I give you 2 pens, how much joules will you need? 20 joules. Do you agree? So, you did 20 joules. Now, if I give you one more, 3 coulomb, 30 joules. Please observe what is happening here. 10 by 1, 10. 20 by 2, how much? 10. 30 by 3, still 10. Understand this. What is this 10, 20, 30? W. What is this 1, 2, 3? Is the charge, Q. W by Q was giving you the same answer every time. That itself is called potential. So this potential is given by this formula V is equal to W by Q. One more point that you need to understand while doing this is, According to potential difference. Now, if you are lifting a suitcase, these are the steps. I tell, okay, now I am going to lift the suitcase and I am going to go up. I will simply lift it and go fast, fast, fast like this. Okay, I lifted the suitcase and I went up. I used 20 joules of energy. I am in the railway station. I lifted the suitcase on the steps and I went. Now, in the railway station, we also have places to pull trolley and go. Have you all seen? The slide will be there. You take the trolley and you pull and go. Most of them prefer to do this. They'll pull the trolley and straight go up. Do you think did you do more work, less work or equal work? Did you do 20 joules of work only, more work or equal work? You will think you have done less work because you didn't get tired, but wrong. You have done 20 joules of work itself. You have done 20 joules of work itself. Why? You are going from ground floor to second floor. I am also going from ground floor to second floor. Both our potential differences is the same. Then why did I get tired and why did you not get tired? That is nothing to do with physics potential. It is something to do with our body's biology. When you carry the object and you try to move faster and go, that means this distance is less, you are going, then what happens? Your body muscles get strained, which make you tired. According to physics, you have done the same work. In this one also you have done same work, in this one also you have done same work. Why did I explain this experiment here? According to this experiment, you need to understand that irrespective of the path traveled, whether you go like this path or you go straight path or you do some thing and go like this, irrespective of the path traveled, whichever path you take, if your starting point and the last point is the same, potential difference is the same. I repeat, irrespective, I don't care about the path you have traveled, irrespective of the path traveled, if your starting point and the last point is the same, then the potential difference between those 2 points is the same. So, if I go from A to B like this, I go straight or I go like this, all the cases we will be doing the same work. Same work we will be doing, same potential will be there. Understood? However you travel, you can travel like this or however you want, irrespective of the path traveled between those 2 points. If you have started with the same 2 points, then your potential will remain the same. So now let us define, we have understood what it is, let us define it. See carefully, we got the formula V equals W by Q. V is equal to W when Q is 1. Do you agree? If I make Q1, V is equal to W. So now how to define this? If you have 2 points in an electric circuit A and B and you have 1 coulomb of charge. So if I take this, the work I do on 1 coulomb of charge, on making it move from one point to another point in an electric circuit is called electric potential difference. The work done on a unit positive charge means 1 coulomb charge, unit meaning 1, positive meaning positive charge, coulomb. The work done on a unit positive charge in moving it from one point to another point in an electric circuit is itself called the potential difference. Now, in the definition, why did we use the word unit positive charge? Why not negative? Because till now we are saying electron, how many electrons are there in 1 coulomb of charge, etc., etc. Why did we use the word positive? Electron is not positive. When they started discovering about current long back, before they realized what is current running because of, like what was the reason for current, they assumed current is flowing because of positive charge. That's why it is by convention. Convention means in olden days they have assumed this is true. They started making laws and coming. Now they realized, oh, it's not because of positive, it's because of electron. So they can't go back and transfer everything. So what they did, they added one word, by convention. So from now on, whenever I talk about current, we will be referring to positive charges only. For your level of 10th grade, you will refer it to positive charges only. If you go in higher level classes, you will understand that it's because of electrons and electrons are doing something. It is not positive, it is negative. For now, very clear, because of a convention, conventionally, current is made up of positive charges. We will be making positive charges flow and get the current. All the laws will be due to positive charge. Unit just means 1. So we have understood the definition of potential difference. We have understood why we considered positive charge. Now, in some exams and some books, you have a definition of electric potential. No difference, just electric potential. It is very similar definition, but instead of saying between 2 points in an electric circuit, you should say from infinity to a point in an electric circuit. Same definition, you just need to know the definition. Same definition. Electric potential is the work done on whom? On a unit positive charge, carrying it from infinity to a point. Same definition, just change between two other points to infinity to a point. So what is the SI unit of electric potential difference? What is the symbol? All that. Symbol of electric potential difference or potential difference is just V. SI unit is given as volt. That's why sometimes they tell potential difference, instead of saying potential difference, they say the voltage is. So actually this volt is also represented by V. So if I say the potential difference is 5 volts, potential difference is 5 volts. Here V is volts, the unit. Here V is the symbol of potential difference. Instead of that, you can also say the voltage is 5 volts. Both are correct. So now let us see the definition of 1 volt. Carefully see. If I make this 1, 1, 1 equal, so this is 1 volt, 1 joule, 1 coulomb. So how do I define it? When 1 joule of work is done in moving home a unit positive charge from one point of an electric circuit to another, then the potential difference between the 2 points is 1 volt. I repeat, if you have A and B, these are 2 points in an electric circuit. If you do work on 1 coulomb charge to move it from here to here, then the potential difference between these two is 1 volt. It's all in this equation. When 1 joule of work is done on a unit positive charge, on carrying it from one point of a conductor to another, then the potential difference between those 2 points is said to be 1 volt. You need to note one small note over there. Till now, what have we considered? Now, water was flowing downwards like this. So, water was flowing from higher potential to lower potential. Do you ever see water flowing like this? Never. So, for anything to flow, it flows from higher potential to lower potential. Just like that, please note, current also. Current flows from higher potential to lower potential of the conductor. Please note that current flows from higher potential to lower potential of the conductor. So now I said that for current to flow, current flows from higher potential to lower potential. So now this is a wire. You are charging your phone. Wire is straight. Is there higher potential and lower potential? No. Now if I put a plug over here, I can keep the light on top. From lower potential to higher potential. Is it low to high or high to low? When I am talking about high and low, I am not talking about height. That is gravitational potential. Here we are talking about electric potential. So what are we talking about? We are talking about only charges. How do we get a high potential, low potential in our electric circuit? Do we go and put it? Now certainly I want to on the current. Do you come and collect positive charge, collect high potential, low potential, and then make the current come? Imagine you have to do that every day. So we have something called as batteries. What happens in a battery? Understand this. In a battery, you have one positive side and negative side. All of you have seen. What is that? Those sides, those points are called terminals. That means the ends of the battery. So what happens here? There will be chemicals inside this. Chemical reactions will take place and these two will react and positive charges will get accumulated here. This will become positive terminal. It gets attracted to this terminal. Negative charges get attracted here. This will become negative terminal. This is rich in positive. This is rich in negative. Now, is there a potential difference between these two? I have not connected any wire. Is there a potential difference between those two? That means if I have a tank here and if I have a building and I'm keeping a water tank here, I have not opened the tap. But is there potential difference between this point and this point? Yes, there is. Even though water is not flowing, potential difference is there. Even though current is not flowing, potential difference is there. So due to chemical reactions, we have potential difference created across the terminals of the battery or cell. So now, as soon as I put a wire, what will happen? The current will realize, oh, I have a path to flow. And it begins to flow. And it will go towards the negative side. As soon as you put the wire, the current begins to flow. Why? Because now the circuit is complete and it is closed. For current to flow, the path has to be closed. So now how do we define a cell or a battery? It is a device used to maintain potential difference. It is the one that is giving you potential difference in your day-to-day life. It is a device used to maintain the potential difference across a conductor. Why? Who's the conductor here? The wire. If you put a mobile phone here, the mobile phone and the wire will become the conductor. As simple as that. Now what is the difference between cell and battery? Cell is just one device. The symbol of cell is this. Longer side represents positive side of the cell. Shorter side represents negative side of the cell. If I connect many cells together, then it's called battery. One device, cell. Many cells together, battery. These two are the symbols of battery and cell. Longer side is positive, shorter side is negative. So now, what is the direction of flow of current and electrons? See, current conventionally, what did we think? Current is due to positive charges. So conventionally, the current was flowing from positive terminal of the battery to negative terminal of the battery, or positive potential of the battery to negative potential. Why does that actually happen? If this is positive and this is negative, now if current has to flow, current is what? Positive. Positive repel. Positive, negative attract. So he does not want to go to positive. He wants to go to negative. That's why it goes and flows towards negative. Electrons themselves are negative. So they are itself negative. So they are coming from here. Will they want to go and stick to other negative? No. It wants to go towards positive. So it will go in this direction towards the positive. So electrons flow from negative terminal of the battery to positive terminal of the battery, or you can also say it flows from negative potential to positive potential. This is very important. You have to understand that the direction of flow of current is from positive to negative, direction of flow of electrons from negative to positive. So the direction of flow of current and electron are opposite to each other. So the first quantity we learnt was current, and we saw that how do we measure current? Through ammeter. It was a device used to measure current. Like that only we need a device to measure potential difference. So the device used to measure potential difference is called voltmeter. The symbol of a voltmeter is given as this. Put a circle, put a V, it has positive, negative. How to connect the positive, negative? We will learn when we learn to draw circuits. Okay, so now before we go to the question and start solving a numerical, let us summarize what we have learnt until now. We know that charge formula is Q equals NE. I am only summarizing the formulas. I is equal to Q by T and V equals W by Q. So now the question says how much work is done, that means what is W, in moving a charge of 2 coulombs. What is the charge? 2 coulombs across 2 points having a potential difference of 12 volts. So which formula will you use? See the formulas there? Third formula is appropriate. So V is equal to W by Q. What is V? 12. W by Q is 2. Send the 2 this side. 12 into 2 is equal to W. W equals 24. What is the SI unit of W? Joules. So you have to put a J there. 202, question 1. Name a device that helps to maintain a potential difference across a circuit. We just learned the definition. They've given the definition. What is it? Cell or battery. What is meant by saying that the potential difference between 2 points is 1 volt? What is the meaning of 1 volt? You have to write the definition of 1 volt that we just learned. How much energy is given to each coulomb of charge? Slowly. How much energy? They are asking energy to each coulomb of charge. Each means 1. Passing through a 6 volt battery. So voltage or potential difference is given as 6 volts. What is this energy? We have already learned in our lower classes. Please write work and energy are the same. Work is equal to energy, no difference. So instead of E, I can write this as W. We know that V is equal to W by Q. V is 6. W is what I want. Q is 1. What is the work or energy? 6 joules. Therefore, we need 6 joules of energy. So now, if I tell you to connect a bulb, what do? You take a battery, you put a wire, you have a switch, and then after you have a switch, what do you have? Then you have a bulb. So when you draw bulb, you have a bulb, and then you connect it back, or you have something else in between. Now if I tell you to draw all this in your exam, so much time it will take to draw battery, bulbs. So we need something called as symbols to make it easy for us. So a bulb, a symbol is like this. That's all. How do you define a bulb? It is a device that emits light when potential difference is applied across it. That means when a battery is connected, the bulb will glow. Wire, you all already know wires. So there are 2 types in that. One is wire crossing without joining. That means, see this black wire and this. I have a wire here. If I have one more wire here, they are crossing over each other. But are they joined? Are they sharing the same current? No, they're just crossing. But they're not joined. So this is how you represent wire crossing without joining. But in some cases you would have seen from a single wire, then it will get distributed like this. That means if there's a current coming here, the current will divide and go here. In such cases, this wire is joined over here. So when you want to show like that, you have to draw the wire like this and show a joint over here. You have to put a dot. So this is wire crossing with joining. Wire crossing without joining, wire crossing with joining. If they are not crossing, then you can simply draw plain wire, no problem. Now we come to switch. How does a switch work? Okay, now when I tell you to switch on the light, what do? I go and press this, the light on. I press off, the light off. What is happening? You are allowing current to flow. You are not allowing current to flow. So now what did we see in that example? I told you to switch the current on, meaning I told you to switch the bulb on. What do? You came and you press the switch. So this wire, right now see, in this circuit, okay, there's a battery here, bulb here, etc., etc. Even if current wants to flow, it can't flow. Why? Circuit is broken. So now light is off, switched off. You should not say off and on, you say switched on, switched off. So the light is switched off. Now when you press the switch, what are you actually doing? You are taking this wire and you're pushing it back. So you are connecting it. So now the current, the path is closed. Current begins to flow and the bulb switches on. When you push this back, what happens? You are removing this and you're breaking the circuit again. Current cannot flow. This is how your switch works. Now, do you really draw like this in the exam? No. This is a symbol of a switch. Please look. This is called open switch. That means you've broken the circuit. Open switch. And you put a dot in between, it's called closed switch. That means, see, this is open switch. If I close it, this is closed switch. Open switch, closed switch. Switch is also called plug key. Open plug key, closed plug key. What does a switch do? It makes or breaks an electric circuit. Right now, the circuit is made. If I switch it off, the circuit is broken. So it makes or breaks an electric circuit. These are the symbols. So we know all the symbols until now. We have learned 3 new symbols: plug key or switch, wires, and the bulbs symbol. You have to remember your other symbols that we learned: ammeter, voltmeter, cell, battery, all that. So to the summary of all the symbols we have learned, please refer table 12.1. It is all put together. In that there is an additional new symbol called resistor, which we will be learning in the next upcoming video.